What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 tech features inside the 2020 Volkswagen Jetta. All right, so number 1 is the Volkswagen Digital Dash. Now, this is the version 2.0 dash, so it has the physical gauges on either side, one for the oil temperature and one for the gas, and it has everything you could want. All kinds of different customizable views. You've got one that's very simple with just traditional gauges, with your RPMs on one side and your speed on the other side. You have a compass in the middle as well. You can see your speed in number form as well and what gear you're in. If you go ahead and hit view again, you can get a more simplified view. It's more of a directional view, so it gives you a compass, shows you which way your vehicle is pointing and how many miles you have left on the tank. Then you've got a little more complicated view. So you've got your media controls, how many miles till empty, got a trip calculator, that kind of stuff. Everything kind of stays pretty consistent. You still can see your speed on one side, what gear you're in on the left side, and then your safety systems at the bottom. And then if you hit the view button again, you can see more options there. Additionally, you can switch through the screens. So you have your assist systems as well as your navigation. You've got Bluetooth, vehicle status, driving data, and then again, like I mentioned, your assist systems. Now, this is a huge deal when it comes to navigation, because on the higher trim levels like this SEL Premium here, we have built-in navigation. So if we switch over to navigation here on the Infotainment Center and then we press this map button, it will switch it on over to the digital dash. And if we press view, we can actually get rid of the gauges and see a full screen navigation right on the dash, which is awesome. I love that feature. It is the main selling point of getting a higher trim level Jetta, that in the interior ambient lighting, which we'll get to in a second. But love that feature, love the digital dash. It's super, super clean and awesome. So let's move on to number 2, and that is just the standard infotainment display. Now this has everything. It has radio, media, navigation, Sirius XM travel link, telephone options, vehicle status, app connect, traffic, sound, climate control, images, and settings. Now, I've made tons of videos on these different features, but real quickly, radio will give you all your different customizable, programmable stations, AM, FM, Sirius XM as well. Media will give you a Bluetooth control, as well as there's a CD slot still, and then you can put stuff on an SD card if you want to. Navigation gives you, like we talked about, that built-in navigation system that you can shift over to the digital dash if you want to. Sirius XM Travel Link will give you all that kind of good stuff. You can see sports teams, what the scores are. You can see gas prices. You can see restaurants nearby, all that kind of stuff. Telephone, you get Bluetooth connectivity. Vehicle will give you status updates on your vehicle, as well as you can customize some of the settings. Now, going on back to App Connect, that'll give you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality right there. Traffic will give you traffic, just like it sounds. Sound will allow you to EQ. That's funny, that rolled right off. Images allows you to place an SD card inside the glove box, and you can actually view images on your screen right here. Settings give you more of the same, just being able to look through all the different and customize all the different things. And then climate control will actually give you a visual representation of where your what's coming out of where. So if you go ahead and turn the temperature on there, it gives a little representation of the air kind of traveling out of the different vents and which one it's coming out of. You can even tap the screen, turn the fans up, turn on AC, change the mode, so where it's coming out of. You can turn on your heated steering wheel from there. If you go ahead and turn on your heated seats as well, or your ventilated seats, whichever you choose to do, it'll give you a representation of that on screen. All kinds of good stuff right here visually, so you're able to control it without having to touch the gauges. But the physical gauges are there anyway with that dual zone automatic climate control. So let me give you guys a little tinfoil hat conspiracy theory here. I think that, and we've seen this from some other manufacturers, but I think Volkswagen is kind of grooming us to move away from physical gauges. We've seen it on some of their future models, kind of their concept cars, if you will, like the bus. Forget what they're calling it, but the little bus that's all electric that has no physical gauges at all. The fact that you can go on the screen here, turn everything on, turn the fans up, switch modes, all that kind of stuff, all without the physical gauges, but they're there also. It's kind of like this in-between halvesies kind of thing. So I think maybe in a couple years. I'm not saying it's next year, and I don't know when. I don't have any kind of information on that, but they're probably going to try and eliminate the physical gauges altogether. So just prepare yourself for that future, because it is coming, and it's already here in a lot of other, you know, high-end cars, but it may come all the way down here to the mid-20s price range as well. So just be prepared for that. Now, number 3, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but it is the interior ambient lighting. So this is a 10-color customizable lighting. It can be controlled in a couple ways. So if we go back to the menu, we go to Vehicle, we go to Settings, and then we scroll down to Ambient Light and press that. You have a couple different options. First one being automatic, and that will change based on your driving mode. So if you press the mode button, you've got Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. So Eco will give you a blue light running along the dash here. Normal will give you a white light. Sport will give you a red light. So that's cool in itself, but if you go to manual, you get a list of 10 different colors that you can switch between and choose from. Not only will that light interact with the buttons that are on the dash here, so it'll change the little underline accent piece, but it also runs all the way along the dash here. It's underneath by the input output down low. You've got it here on the door panels as well, and even on the digital dash, some of the little accent colors will change depending on what you set it at. Really cool. I love that feature. I love that customization. I wish I had that in my Crosstrek, just to be able to change it up if I feel like, feel like doing something a little different, want to be a little sportier, want to be a little calmer, a little easier on the eyes, whatever I want to do. I love that customization option. So that is number 3, the interior ambient lighting. So let's move on to number 4, and that is the wireless charging pad. Now that is new on Volkswagens for 2020. So right down here under the center console, you've got this big open space. You have one USB-A port, and you have one USB-A port in the center console here. But that wireless charging pad will allow you to use any Qi compatible wireless charging device. So I've got an iPhone 11 Pro Max here. This does have wireless charging available on it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it down here, right on the charger, and it should just go ahead and light right up that it's charging, and there it goes. So that is super awesome to have. So you can have, and you get a little notification on the screen that your Qi charging has begun on your phone. It'd be cool if it could give you kind of a representation of how much battery you're actually charging, and like when you're full and stuff, but that is what it is. Maybe that'll come along later on. But it is nice because not only are you able to charge a phone wirelessly, but since there is a lack of USB ports, it allows you to put one of the phones on there and then plug 2 other ones in, or plug a splitter in, so you could have 3 or 4 phones charging all at the same time. So super nice Qi-enabled wireless charging pad right here. Now the 5th and final feature that we're going to talk about is the new Volkswagen CarNet update. It is update 2.0. It's a huge, complete revamp of the entire system, and it's available on all model year 20 Volkswagens. So I've made an entire overview of this, and I'll link it in the card above so you can check it out if you want a detailed review of everything. But basically, you get the app on your phone, you plug in some simple information, super simple, add a vehicle to your garage. It's very intuitive. They put a lot of thought into it, and it allows you to remote start your vehicle. It allows you to lock and unlock your doors. You can honk the horn. You can locate it on like a little map on a GPS type thing. And then you've got a Wi-Fi hotspot as well that you can, it's a monthly subscription, but you can have it on there, which is, it's super cool to have. So you can connect multiple devices to it when you're maybe on a road trip, things like that. Really awesome feature, and it is completely free for 5 years. That's awesome. It used to be a charged and a paid subscription all the way through. Now how they're doing it is kind of a tier system. So the free tier gets you all those remote start features. So that entire, basically virtual key fob on your phone, completely free. And then there's some safety and security type packages that can charge you on the way up. And again, I made a whole video on this. If you want to check it out, I'll put it in the description and linked above on the card. So that is number 5, the completely revamped CarNet system. All right, guys, and those are the top 5 technology features here on the 2020 Volkswagen Jetta. Drop a like on the video if you loved it. Tell me in the comments down below, what's your favorite new tech feature, or just tech feature in general, or did I miss one that's your favorite? Let's have a conversation about it down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be among the first to see our full review on every single 2020 Volkswagen as soon as it hits our lots. We'll see you in the next one.